When you're setting up a single dumbbell deadlift, what you're going to do is you're going to grab a dumbbell and place it between both your feet to start. So I want the bell in line with my midfoot, and my stance is going to be a little bit outside hip width. So if we're thinking about, here's my hips, I want to be outside of that with a little bit of toe out to make sure that I feel stable and comfortable driving my knees open. So once I have that, I'm going to start with driving my shoulders down away from my ears, reaching as long as I can, and I'm slowly going to bend at the waist, going down to the bell, latching onto the sides, pulling my shoulders down away from my ears, and then pushing the floor away till I fully stand up. Where we're generally going to be looking to feel this is going to be in the hamstrings and the glutes, and a bit through the upper/mid back. We shouldn't feel the lower back, though that's a common thing that I encounter when we don't necessarily get the setup entirely right. So that's what we want to fix. Some of the common things that I see is when somebody goes to lift this, the shoulders are way up by the ears and you get lots of rounding through the upper back. This means that you can even tell by just visually seeing this position, there's a lot of pressure through the lower back. We want to make sure that the shoulders stay down away from the ears. And how we find that feeling is if we stand tall, we imagine like we're trying to drive our fingertips through the ground as hard as we can, then we turn our palms forward, we're going to feel some tension along the sides. Those are your lats. That tension tells you that not only are you keeping tension in the muscles that are going to help with the lift, but the shoulders are down away from the ears. So that's something to focus on. The other piece of this is when we're at the bottom, we want to make sure to drive the knees open right from the get-go. So you're going to feel pressure on the outer foot, and we want to make sure the whole foot is planted on the ground. So the big toe, the little toe, the heel. Sometimes I'll see people rock onto their heel. I would rather them push through the whole foot, feel nice and stable, open the knees on the way down, shoulders down away from the ears, and then we push, which spreads the work through the upper body, which means a happier lower back. Another thing that can happen through the lift is that the bell is going to want to get away. It's going to get in front of you. So we always want to make sure that the bell is in line with the midfoot. And at the very top, we have to make sure that our legs lock out. So kind of driving our legs long or through the floor till we get some tension in the quads. We can do that, then by default, our butt squeezes, which means that it gets to unload the lower back because that work goes into the butt. And fundamentally, that means a happier lower back again. So we want to make sure that at the very top, you're still keeping the shoulders down, you're driving your legs long. To go down, you start bending the knee, pushing the butt to the back wall, shoulders down, push, and make sure that the legs go long. If you have all those pieces, should be a good lift.